It's time for war. Hello again, guys. This is Warzone episode 4. Okay, let's get started. First match, Sheamus versus Randy Orton. This match was a pretty good match. Sheamus won after interference by Cody Rhodes, and it was by DQ. We give it a 6 out of 10. Okay, next match, Sheamus versus Mark Henry and MVP. This wasn't that special of a match. We give it a Mark Henry MVP won. We give it a 4.5 out of 10. Okay, next match, Kofi Kingston versus Ted DiBiase. Ted DiBiase won that match. We give it a 5.5 out of 10. Next, Antonio Inoki was inducted to the 2010 WWE Hall of Fame. Okay, last match on Raw, John Cena versus Triple H. This match was a pretty good match up until Sheamus interfered and attacked Triple H, and Triple H won this match, and we give it a 7 out of 10. Raw total, we give it a 6 out of 10. If y'all are wondering, okay, before I go on, if y'all are wondering how we rate the videos, rate the matches and rate the shows, we'll tell you in our next video, another video. So, okay, next show, ECW, Sheamus versus Goldust and Yoshitatsu. This match was a pretty good match, but not really. Sheamus wins. We give it a 5 out of 10. Okay, next match. This match was a pretty good match. Christian versus Ezekiel Jackson in an Extreme Rules match for the last match on ECW for the ECW Championship. Ezekiel Jackson won this match. It was back and forth. He hit the kill switch on Zack Ryder, I think it was, and William Regal. And Tiffany came in and speared, what's her name? I forgot her name. Oh well. We give this match a 7.5 out of 10. Okay, ECW total, we give it a 6 out of 10. Okay, let's move on to SmackDown. Kane versus Dolph Ziggler. This was a pretty good match. It mostly was, Kane had the upper hand most of the match, and we give it a 5, and Kane won. We give it a 5 out of 10. The next match, Prime Time versus Kalen Croft and Trent Beretta. This was a pretty good match, especially for Kalen Croft and Trent Beretta's debut match on SmackDown. So even though Prime Time won, we give it a 7 out of 10. No, 6 out of 10. Okay, next match, CM Punk and Luke Gallows, the Straight Edge Society, versus John Morrison and R-Truth. This was a pretty good match up until CM Punk went after John Morrison's ankle. Morrison and R-Truth won. We give it a 5.5 out of 10. And then after the match, Straight Edge Society was still going after John Morrison, and Rey Mysterio came out there, tried to help, but really didn't help at all. Okay, next, Hart Dynasty versus Matt Hardy, Khali, and Maria. This match was an okay match. Hart Dynasty wins. We give it a 5 out of 10. Okay, next match, Edge versus Batista. This was a really good match up until Undertaker interfered and Edge won. And we give it a 6.5 out of 10. SmackDown totally, we give it a 6 out of 10. And it was cool how they were playing with the pyros on the matches. First, the Dolph Ziggler, the fire came up. And I think it was I can't remember. I think it was this one, CM Punk versus Luke Gallows, and Luke Gallows versus John Morrison and R-Truth. They did it again. And then Edge versus Batista, Undertaker came out and interfered. Okay, next. The superstar of each brand. The superstar of
Raw is John Cena. Superstar of ECW is Ezekiel Jackson. And the superstar of SmackDown is Edge.
And the superstar of the week is... That's right, it's John Cena. After he helped Bret Hart in that accident, and he put up a good match against Triple H on the main event on Raw, we would have to pick him as Superstar of the Week. And he was pretty good in that match. It was back and forth and everything, so we think the Superstar of the Week is John Cena. Okay, next award. Show of the Week. No, we're going to do Match of the Week. These matches were pretty good this week. They're okay, but the one that stood out of them all was on ECW. Christian versus Ezekiel Jackson, the last match on ECW for the ECW Championship in an Extreme Rules match. This match was pretty back and forth, a couple interferences. Jackson won, so we think that was the match of the week. Okay, next match. Next thing, the show of the week. It was pretty hard to pick the shows this week. The show of the week goes to... Yeah, there you go. The show of the week is ECW. After that incredible match between ECW champion, for the ECW championship between Christian and Ezekiel Jackson, we both think that was a pretty good match, and that will put ECW over the top of SmackDown and Raw. So the show of the week, this week,